Teach for Nigeria exists because millions of children in Nigeria are unable to access quality education. Majority of these children come from disadvantaged backgrounds and from socially deprived families. My name is Folawe Omekunle, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Teach for Nigeria. And even when they go to school and when they're able to attend school, majority of them are unable to learn because the schools haven't been designed to support their needs and provide the support for them needed to really attain quality education.
You know, I had children who would come to school hungry, and most of them would not show up with school materials, no uniforms, or the uniforms are torn, and seeing children who could not read at all. My name is Agnes Onyekwere. I'm a 2021 Teach for Nigeria Fellow.
We approach the challenge in a very unique way, where we recruit outstanding fresh graduates and young professionals who we train and place to teach in high-need schools for 2 years as full-time teachers.
I would pay the food vendor in my school and then should give them food. You know, so we'll feed the people who are hungry. Then I would buy school materials. From my own pocket was what I needed to do to ensure that I, do what I needed to do in the class, teach and get my lesson objectives achieved.
Those girls that are holding their hand, they're holding hands and they're crossing.
My name is Etin Favor. I am 11 years old. The name of my school is Emmanuel Gekan Primary School 1, Italupe, Ijebu-Ode. I am in Primary 5A. Ms. Agnes is so nice. When we are sad, Ms. Agnes makes sure we are happy. And since the time Ms. Agnes have come, now I can read, I can teach other people how to read.
Nice. It is that.
In relation to Favor, she goes all the way from learning to read herself, and she's now teaching people to read in the class. So for me, that's another level of transformation. It was now, oh, this person actually cared about me. And I now understood that children knew how to speak one language, right? And that's the language of love.
And beyond the 2 years, the idea really is based on the experience that they've had, based on the insight that they've gained, based on the relationships they've fostered, and the experience they've had in really seeing children transform within those 2 years. They commit themselves to really finding ways to continue to expand educational opportunities for children in underserved and low-income communities.
The young boys and the girls that we see on the road when, we're going on the road and we think that they're probably praying truancy or they're not serious, is not because they don't want to be in school, but they just truly can't afford to be in school, but they really, really want to learn. My name is Aramide Kayode, and I am a 2020 alumni of Teach for Nigeria. And I said, okay, I was going to open my classroom up to these children. So every Saturday I started teaching the children. They were showing up in my classroom. And I remember that within 6 months of starting, we recorded a 30% increase in their literacy rate. And I said to myself, this is amazing, right? So if this impact can happen in this short time, then something has to be sustainable that is going on.
Aramide is currently on a path to building a free school for out-of-school children in Ogun State. Aramide is working with community members to identify and to select children who are not able to access quality education, who are not even able to access education at all.
But because I spent 2 years in this community, I know the community members, I worked with the children, I had a relationship with the stakeholders in the community, I was able to understand why they are not in school. I was able to understand the living conditions that are injuring a child from accessing quality learning, and I'm now able to solve it from that perspective.
There are many things that need to be done, and when you find across the world where challenges as systemic as that of educational inequity are solved, what changes it, what transforms it really is leadership. Beyond the fellowship, our alumni body of 641 leaders have gone on to impacting within the education ecosystem. Their innovations and initiatives are not only impacting on the communities they've served in, but also in Nigeria as a whole.
I joined Teach for Nigeria because I'm someone who is very fascinated about helping to solve the Nigerian problem. You know, I just like to be in a place where it feels like I'm making impact. I'd want to start an NGO that has to do with solving the welfare issue of children in underserved public schools.
Every time I think about the average Nigerian child, I think about a child who, if this child is empowered with quality education, then this child will be able to think independently and now start to find problems from his or her little corner and solve these problems.
Over the next 10 years, we're looking at impacting 1 million children annually. We're hoping that we would exist across all the geopolitical zones by the next 10 years with fellows and alumni and leaders who are working en masse in ensuring that children are able to access education and life opportunities to help them fulfill their potential. That really is the future of Teach for Nigeria.